Coach. Thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
54 Mike. Hey, that's what I do.
Ready, touch.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Hey, easy. Come on, get set.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Wait, set. Round 80. Switch. Watch twist.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's get off the field, D. Check it out. Cover.
This is Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Wait, 20. Kill.
try and throw on third down. He finds Howard complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Wait, that 380! You don't get tired of seeing me. Right. He's telling right here. He's telling him to run. Everyone's got 4 down. Check. Rip.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Move. Hey, we got 4. Hey, go 66. Baby. Check 31. Rip. Go. Check it, reload.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Yellow lady. Mike 45. I'm coming.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill.
Breeze now to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready? You ready? 11. Hey, easy. Hey, let's get that.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
53!
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Hey, easy. Check back 45-8.
Now Breeze on third down. And he finds Cook. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Running with Kamara, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
And 9 yards to go.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to air one out. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready. All day, dog. Hey, easy. Check right 45.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Mickens to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively far as they try again with a first down now. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Breeze now. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Check, check, check.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Breeze. It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Breeze now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete. As a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the and they may have to change accordingly.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
0-2.
Breeze to throw again. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's the backup Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an
On second and 11 now. Brady, he sets up the screen to Jones. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
You got time. Easy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, it's caught by Mike Evans. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
To throw, it's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Check. Lucky.
Alpha.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that
Has
one.
that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run with Washington. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Space to maneuver at the 40. And this is Cook with a grab. And all the way up to the 46. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Switch up.
Play action now, Winston. And this one's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ready? Yellow lady. Here we go. Kill. 4 down. Hey, check Mike 45.
Breeze going to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
On first down, Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, 33 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Fielded about a yard deep. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, it's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Brady going to go on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check. 45. 12.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go with Murray again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down. It's Murray, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Set. 5-8. Good. 5-4. Ready. 45's the mic. Good night.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
To Michael Thomas. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Ready.
One man in the backfield, Murray on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
24 is the mic. Night, sweetheart. Kill.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now Brady on the bootleg. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Cameron Jordan It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing now is Brady. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made 1 more, could have had our shutout.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Again, it's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. Bust through the tackle. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And my goodness, another interception picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on, just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one.